In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw the second composition in the 2D composition assignment. In the last one, you constructed a logarithmic spiral. And for this one, we're going to work on something called a golden rectangle. So I have this one drawn. I'm going to pan over a little bit and I'm going to start working on this next one. I'll start by drawing a square. You can use the rectangle tool or type in rectangle. I'll just pick a point. You don't have to be specific about the point, and make that square 10 units wide by 10 units high. All right, now we'll need to control some of the object snap settings to construct this one. So the next line I'm going to make is going to be from the midpoint of here of this top line to the midpoint here. So let's check to make sure that midpoint has been selected, and it hasn't. So I'm going to click on it so that it appears with a check mark. And then I'm going to construct a line, and you can see it's found the midpoint and the midpoint. I'll zoom in a little bit more. Okay. Now I'm going to be drawing a line from this intersection to the end point, or the intersection of those two lines. And my object snaps, already have endpoint. I could check mark intersection, but it would find the endpoint regardless. So I'll go to the line and I'll draw a line from that intersection to this intersection. Okay. Next, I'm going to be drawing a circle. The center of the circle is going to be right here, and the radius will be the length of this diagonal line. So I can go up to the circle tool here or type in C for circle. For the center point, I'm going to pick this intersection. And for the radius, I'm going to select the upper right one. Okay. All right, so now I have circle that I'll be using to finish up the rectangle for the golden section. All right, now I want to draw a line from here to here. And this point at 0 degrees on the circle is a quadrant. Remember, 0, 90, 180, 270 at the bottom. So first of all, let's go and check to see, is quadrant turned on? It is not. So let's turn this on. Let's draw a line to the quadrant. Okay. Now, I'll press enter to leave the command. And what we need to do is draw a line from here and one from here, and they're going to be meeting. But I don't have to get that end point correct from the very beginning. I can leave it a little bit long, and I can just let my two lines overlap. There's a couple of ways to get these to meet at the corners. One way would be to click on it. You'll see these blue grips appear. And then to click on the grip and drag it back to the intersection, and do the same thing for this one. Click on the line, grab the blue grip, and bring it down. Okay, that's one way, and I'll show you a couple other ways. There is a tool called Fillet. And basically with this tool, you can square off these two lines. So if I type in F for fillet, and one thing that you'll notice here, let's see here, if I click on radius, it's going to default to 0. Let me show you what happens if I was to change that. Now, you don't need to do this, but I just want to show you how this tool works. If I put in 2, okay, then I pick one line and the other line. You can see I get a unit 2, or I haven't really specified whether we're working in feet or inches. So a unit of 2 radius for that curve. But I want these to meet at a 90-degree angle. So if I was going to use the fillet tool, I would want to set the radius. And you can see I'm just typing in R for radius. I would want to leave it at 0. And now go and pick the two lines so that they'll meet they'll be squared off. Third way to do this is to use a trim command. So I'm going to type in trim and press enter. And then it's going to ask me to choose a line to trim. So I am going to, okay, so when I hover over it, select object to trim or shift select to extend. I can just click on it like that and like that. So 3 ways to do that. Whatever you find is easiest, fastest, is fine. Okay, so that's it for the second 2D composition.